calls me up on a Christmas crying. I start crying because he's like a son to me, and we're sitting there crying back and forth on the phone. Here's what he said. Swear to God, strike me dead. He said, Coach, he said, if I do what you told me to do, I said, don't even start that, Jason. You've already proven the last 2 years. Don't even say that. I said, you're okay. You're making about $3,000 or $4,000 a month. You're okay. He said, no. He said, I'm not asking that. He said, I want to send my son to live with his grandmother for 4 months. He said, if I dedicate myself and kill myself for 4 months, do exactly everything you said to do, you think I could be a vice president? I said, there's no question about it, but don't do that. I don't want you to put your son through that. I don't want you to put yourself through that. Don't do that. He said, I'm not asking that. I want to know if I said, yeah. Listen, guys, this is documented. It's incredible. $3,800 a month, 12 months later, he made $38,000 that month. That month, 1 year. Went to a vice president 4 months, got his ring the first year, went over $250,000 a year after that. He's in the booklet that you read all the time about. I'm not kidding. Hey, that's a testimony. That's a true story. And all of a sudden, I started thinking about why this guy was going to be successful, because the way they looked at him, the way they talked about him, the way he treated them, all he needed was somebody in his life that would believe in him. All he needed was somebody to say, Jim, you can do it. I believe in you. See, Vince Lombardi said the greatest challenge of a leader and the greatest responsibility of a leader is the same as is being a parent. You got to breathe belief into people. They got to believe that you believe in them. The psychiatrists tell if a kid has one person, they don't need an army of people. They don't need a mama and a daddy. They don't need everybody believing. If they got one person that believes in them, they can succeed in life. And that's all I did for, I mean, he gives me a lot of credit, but let me tell you something. Jim Coker, I didn't make Jim Coker. Jim and Mary Coker made Jim and Mary Coker. All I did was believe in them and poured my belief into them. And Jim last year netted cash in pocket $1.8 million. Went from $30,000 a year to $1.8 million. How do you do that? You do that by the work in a system, right? He's an incredible human being, but that's a testimony, right? That's not an opinion. You're adults. Nobody gives a crap about what you got going on in your life. And matter of fact, they're probably happy you got it so they ain't going through it themselves. I'm not trying to be mean. You just got to understand this. The winners go through the exact same thing that the losers go through, but the losers stay there. The winners go through it. Does that make sense? So what you got to do is you got to get good at seeing the obstacle distraction, but let it bother you less. Let it bother you less. Let it bother you less. But if you're a champion, you stay so focused on your goal that the obstacle distractions are there, but you don't even concern yourself with those. That makes sense? They're all around you, but you're so focused on what you want to accomplish, none of that stuff bothers you.